plaintiff, Tara Pullen, has known the defendant for years, and they even dated when she was a teenager. But he was always a troublemaker who's been incarcerated several times and even pled guilty to possession of methamphetamines. Tara's suing for a car refund and unreturned property. Defendant Sean Kiker says Tara is no angel, and she too has been in and out of jail, and he has her mugshot to prove it. Sean is countersuing for stolen money and car repairs.
Start with you.
Your Honor, Sean has been a friend of my family for many years. I met him when I was a teenager. I actually dated him for a very short period of time. My dad was not very happy with that situation, so he thought he was a bad seed. He was in and out of jail and always in trouble, so that lasted for about 2 months.
How did it end? Who stopped it?
My dad.
How?
How? He pretty much told Sean he needed to stay away.
And he listened?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
Good enough.
My dad was very stern about that. He didn't like the fact that he was in and out of jail.
Gotcha. I was surprised that that's all you have to do as a dad. Good to know.
That time, I guess.
All right. Any of my daughter's guys, in the future, all I have to do is say, hey, I don't like you seeing that. And they'll just go away. Good enough. Glad to hear that. Go ahead.
And so after that, we still, he was been a friend of my entire family. So we still saw him around. Everything was very cordial. It was, hi, how you doing, but that was the extent to it from there on out. In about 2006, I had my youngest son. His name's Hunter. And Sean had stated that he wanted to come by and see my son. So he came by about 5 minutes into being into my house. I had a knock on the door. There was like 5 cops standing at my door asking for Sean. As I turned to look, Sean was standing there with my 7-day-old baby in his hand, kind of backing up towards the kitchen. And so I retrieved my son out of his arms. He had made it over by my stairs at that point. I would imagine to go upstairs for what, I'm not sure. At that time, my 5-year-old son was coming down the stairs because of all the chaos out there and the cops yelling for him. And I looked and he had 2 red dots on him. Looked to see that that was tasers on Mr. Kiker as he was trying to go up my stairs and my son was coming down the stairs. So just looked at him.
Not exactly how that
How
happened.
did it end?
Okay. The cops finally came in, took him to the ground, and come to find out afterwards he was wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to prison for 2 years for that. There was, I don't know the exact charges of that one.
By that time, how many times had he been imprisoned?
I think maybe once or twice before that.
All right.
I don't know the extent to his entire criminal history. I just know that he had been in and out of jail a lot when he was younger.
Right, that means more than once.
Oh, well, yeah, in and out of jail numerous times from what I had.
So what I'm getting to is that you put yourself and your child at risk.
Yes.
Knowing that a man who's always in and out of jail, you want to bring him over to see you, he might be hot, as they call it.
Yep.
Hot meaning the police looking for him because he's always in and out of jail. He's a criminal.
Yes.
So I'm not letting this criminal come over. You just said, well, we can meet at a restaurant.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you.
Yeah, all right,
I learned my lesson the hard way on that one.
Good. All right. I say that because I've seen this several times happen. One with a very close relative of mine, and I had to get an emergency order to pull that relative out. And that relative didn't know and was mad. Why did I pull him out? Because a relative had come home from prison.
Yeah.
And I knew with the street wisdom that I have that if this person went to prison for dope, large amounts of dope, this person may have told on one of his ex-partners who are still out on the street, may have stolen money from one of his ex-partners who are out on the street, may have lost some of the drugs when he got caught. And so he gets out on the street. And he's wanted by all these people. So when he comes home and he's living with this other relative and their other relative, well, that's all right. They just served their time. Ain't no problem. He might be on fire, hot. In other words, everybody's looking for him. So you got to be very careful about that. And when I pulled the person out of the house, they got very upset. Oh, no, why did you do that? 6 months later, One of those enemies came in the house, put the gun to the head of Grandma. Grandma, where they at? Well, your son just got out of prison. Where he at? We're gonna kill him when we see him. So that's just a lesson that I'm giving again to folks who are so open-minded about taking people in who have been in and out of prison. That didn't happen to you, did it?
Nope.
You've been in and out of jail, so she says. You give me your background and what you want me to know about your association with the plaintiff.
Like Tara says, Your Honor, we did date many years ago. Honestly, Tara should have been a model. She loves having her pictures taken, you know. Unfortunately, the only pictures that are around are her mugshots.
Oh, she talking about how much of a jailbird you are?
Here's also, you know, just some of the background from her. You know, I'm not going to deny.
All she focuses on is your criminal behavior.
Yeah, my criminal background, but
Let me hear about your criminal background. How many times you been arrested and convicted?
I have been arrested 6 times.
6 times. How about you?
oh, I got to pass, Your Honor. Quite a few, probably more than 6.
What, y'all in a race? What else you want me to know, sir?
You know, fortunately, sometimes I guess people learn hard lessons in life. I did have a drug problem. I'm not going to deny that. Since then, awesome.
The last
awesome
time
life.
you've been in prison?
The last time I was in prison, it was actually 2004.
Okay. What have you been doing since your release?
2005, Your Honor.
That's when you were released?
I was actually released in 2006.
All right. What have you been? What have you been doing since then?
I'm a single father. Actually, just got remarried.
Been working, obviously?
I have had the same job for 6 years, sir.
Good.
I'm a restaurant manager.
Good.
They
Sounds
trust me
like
with-
you're very much rehabilitated.
Trust me with
7
thousands of
years,
dollars
got a
every day.
job,
Yep.
family.
Absolutely.
No more arrests. Good.
Absolutely.
Good to hear that. You
And
wanted to say something? Come on
That's
up.
working's not the only
State your
thing that
name.
he's done
State
since
your
he did that.
name.
I'm Leonard Pullen, excuse me.
You've been to court before with her to back her up?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Working's not the only thing he's done since he got out of prison. He did plead guilty to possession of methamphetamines like 2.5 years ago. They didn't send him to prison over it, but it's not the only. He's not completely
Back on
rehabilitated.
drugs, that's your point. He
Yes,
was
sir. He's
back
had a
on
few
drugs
hiccups
as of
since then, too.
All
And
right.
also, Your Honor, 2006
Felony drug
was
possession.
actually
All right, let's get to this car you're
That was
suing
actually when he
about.
went to prison.
Good enough. We know you're both criminals. Let's get to the car you're suing about.
okay. Myself, my husband, and Sean had went out one night. Sean had stated that he needed some money. Him and his girlfriend had broke up. They had sold her car, and he needed to pay her back for it. He asked us if we wanted to buy his car. He said that he wanted $800 for it. Leonard said no, it was not worth $800. We went home. The next morning, Sean called and stated that he really, really needs the money, $600 if we want it. We left the house, went to the bank, got $600, went over there, bought the car. Sean had given a bill of sale to me that I have right here.
Let's see it,
If you'd
please.
like to see it.
Why do you have to sue him today?
Well, I guess long story short, as of April, I was driving, got pulled over. The car ends up getting impounded. I go out to get the car the next day.
Because of whose fault?
I was driving the car. There was no insurance, and the tags had been expired. And because we were supposed to get this title, this is a year later now, and we still have not received this title. We were not. I was not able to get registration on the car. I could not do my tags. I tried to contact Sean numerous times.
And what did he say?
He was going to meet me at the DMV and get
And
the
what
tags.
happened?
Never happened.
He didn't show up?
Nope. I've tried to contact him. I've sent text messages. He never gets back.
All right,
It's always,
that's your lawsuit. He won't give me the opportunity to transfer it into my name, and I can't use it or sell it or anything else I want to do with it?
Yes, I could not get my vehicle out of impound because he was the registered owner. He would not
Okay.
meet me down there, even though he had sold me the
So
vehicle.
you lost. Where's the car now?
I
You
couldn't
lost
tell you.
it?
I lost it because
And you're
I
saying
could
you
not
lost
go.
it because of his failure to meet his duty?
Yeah.
All right, and that's why you want your money back?
Yes.
What property are you suing him for?
In the vehicle at the time that it was pulled over, I had a couple different things in there. And
Like what?
I had a vacuum in there.
Let's see it, please.
We were in the process of moving.
Oh.
There's that, and then I also have, when it got impounded, this is the receipt. I know it's hard to see, but if you
What
look,
is it, ma'am?
this is the property that was in the car.
Oh, okay.
From the police officer, but it's very hard to read because it's one of those
Okay.
carbon copies.
All right. Sir, what do you want to tell me about not fulfilling your duty to have the car transferred into her name?
Okay, Your Honor. When the car was actually sold to Tara and Leonard, she's correct. I was having some difficulties. Me and my wife, actually at that time was my girlfriend, had split up at that time, and we had purchased another vehicle together. And then when we broke up, she wanted some money for what she had put into it. So there was still, I had actually had the car in-house financed through a car lot. And when the car was purchased, when they bought the vehicle from me, they knew that there was still money owed on the car. And it was agreed that when I paid off the vehicle that they would get the title for the car. There was no time constraints
Did they
there.
pay you what they owed you?
They purchased the car for $600.
And you were paid that?
I was paid $600.
Okay, so why didn't you meet your end of the bargain?
I was. That's the whole point.
what happened?
I had found out. I told them I would carry the insurance on the vehicle for 2 months, and that's about how long I figured that I would take to pay off the vehicle and get them the title. And unfortunately, when I went down to the car lot, as some people may know, things don't always go your way. And being that I had in-house financed it, I was not aware of the interest rate, and they told me at that point
Okay,
in
that's
time.
your problem. That's your
Right.
problem. Why
Right.
didn't you meet your agreement with them? Give me a legal defense, not a poor mouth defense.
That is a legal defense.
No, it's not. How is that a legal defense to giving them their money?
The agreement that was made between Leonard and I at that point in time was also that he was helping me out and I was helping him out. The reason I was helping him out was because I was giving her a car to drive so that she would
Let's see,
quit.
did you say that on here? No, I don't see that part. I'm helping them out. Your counterclaim is for what, sir? $3,000 for what?
The video evidence that I brought, I'd like to show that.
What is it going to show me?
It's going to show me that she's crazy, cannot tell the truth.
Okay, we don't have time to watch television and see her crazy act.
Okay.
I want to hear something about
$3,000.
the case.
Okay.
Okay, nothing. All right. Ma'am, I'll grant you your judgment. He can't tell me anything about the case. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you come all the way out to Chicago to do that?
Oh, I got lots of stuff.
Outstanding, man.
I got lots of stuff. You're the
on
next
fire.
one in the lawsuit.
Good job. Head of your class, weren't you?
Yeah, well, you and I will be in court in Medford.
Oh, well, what happened today? I'm scared. I'm shaking to death.
You should be.
Come on, good job, bud.
Go back to your dirtbag wife.
Yeah. Hey, who's the dirtbag? Your wife went back to her ex-husband twice since you've been with her, freak. She keeps coming back to you, dripping wet.
Rather her ex than the 50 others she's been with.